A train wreck to spin fire. The NFT and others diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From remain coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web freezers and trees show you where to sell. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain.
Good morning, and Mega GMs. How we doing, fam? Tuesday, July 8th, and what a difference a day makes, huh? With the narrative, or the meta, the market, what's going on out there. Boy, oh boy. In just 24 hours since our last show, huge announcement in the market, not virtuals, but impacting virtuals. I think so. Talking about the Pump Fund token launch. That, look, we've been waiting for this for a while now. I mean, is weeks or a couple months. We knew a Pump Fund token's coming, but some big old details leaking yesterday, including a launch site leaking for the Pump Fund token sale. And you see, I hope, how the market reacts. If you didn't see it, I'll just tell you, most meme coins just dumping. Think of this like another Trump token. A big token drop that's going to extract liquidity from anywhere where there is liquidity. And that's exactly what you have going on right now. Maybe not to like an extreme degree, but it's happening here. Only thing saving us right there, like right here, right now, is guys, this Pump Fund token, you do have to KYC for it, and that's going to keep a lot of people out of it. But make no mistake, if this token launch actually happens on Saturday, expect the market to be kind of muted until then, and maybe just after. So interesting. Again, does have an impact on the market. I do want to start by looking at the majors, and we'll get into virtuals. By the way, topic today is, as slow as things are on virtuals, I've never been more confident that this is the time to be doubling down, at least with the attention you're putting on the virtuals ecosystem. Because, boy, oh boy, I'm looking over the Genesis launches yesterday, and not only am I seeing opportunities in launches like recent launches that maybe in 2, 3, 4 months are going to play out very well and are very cheap right now, but out of nowhere, multiple new launches popping up on the Genesis launch board calendar. And man, a couple caught my attention to the point where I DM Cats. I'm like, bro, look at these. Like out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it changes your game plan for points. So a lot of interesting stuff. It is really important to be paying attention to this stuff. Oh, by the way, let me do some GMs. I'm sorry, guys. Hoods, good morning, brother. Very good to see you, man. Cats is here. Speak of the devil, but here's Cats. MJ, good morning. Mufasa, good morning. Live in all the usual places, Abstract X, and here on YouTube. Dude, hit the like wherever it is you're watching, and come over to YouTube and subscribe over here. A lot coming, man. We'll say that. In fact, some of the new launches we're going to go over today, we'll get them on the show. We will get Star-Lordy here at some point. In the man, there's been a couple teases I've dropped lately. They're all coming still. They're all coming. Quick look at the crypto market here. Bitcoin 108, almost 109. We didn't hit all-time high yesterday like I was hoping. A lot of people were hoping. It's fun to hope. ETH 2,500, Ripple 230, Solana hit 152. We are green across the board this morning, so we'll take that. Oh, by the way, make sure you follow along here. It's the Swarm_AI over on X. Really excited to get in virtual, so let's just jump right to that stuff. Starting with our look at the market on Cookie.fun. AI agent market cap now $9.25 billion, down 2.6% in the past 24 hours. Top agents here, I like usual, not expecting any surprises here, but worth a look. It's Fartcoin on top. Ket's always there. Ket's always there. Number 2, 320 mil market cap, and it always surprises me seeing it there. Do you guys know anybody talking about Ket? I mean, anybody in your circles? Do any of you hold Ket? Have any of you ever talked about Ket? Have any of you guys seen a tweet about Ket? I've probably seen one tweet about Ket. The weirdest thing ever. It's not like bad weird, but maybe it just shows like I don't know. Maybe it just shows that the echo chamber that we're in. I don't know. I mean, 320 mil market cap. The only agent market cap Agent token market cap that's higher as Fartcoin. Again, we hear nothing about Cat. Maybe it's just me. It could just be me. I don't know. Cat's never same thing, right? Yes. Wait till we get to that, Zeesh. You're on it. You're absolutely on it. There's a couple agents that are out there that are looking pretty interesting, and they're new, so nobody's talking about them yet. But we'll be the first, like always. That we're gonna put the good ones on your radar here. Further on, good morning, man. Luna, thank you for that. Appreciate you. Thank you. Anyway, we got Turbo Toshi and Rect. Rect doing really well still too. Almost 150 mil market cap. Really cool to see. Like really cool. Really like those guys here. Over to infrastructure. Come on. FET, Virtual IoT X, AI16Z, and REI. I think no changes here. And then on DeFi, you know what? I need to flip to the 3-day view. Let me look real quick. I want to see if that changes anything. Nope. And nope. And then back to DeFi. It's Venice, Olas, Hayanon, Griffin, and Banker. And then by the mindshare metric, Open Ledger still on top. Banker, Virtual, Mantis, and Cookie. Pretty cool. All right, points in circulation. We are back up, right? We got through the Lily launch. We're accruing points here again. And let's see. What's up, Meta? Good morning. Good morning, Zeesh. Wait, hang on. Is this Zeesh on YouTube, Zeesh on X? We got both sides here with Zeesh. Good shit. Points, let's say 4.6 bill. So again, creeping back up after the Lily launch, people stacking points. I'm back in the game. I'm getting some points here. Not enough, never enough. But we're back. We're back. And there's some things I'm going to be spending points on. So I'm happy with the Lily play, man. Really happy with like how Lily's worked out. And today might be a big day in Lily. It's also, now that I remember it, it is the day of the Solace announcement too. So maybe we dig up that tweet. Solace does have an announcement coming today. We'll keep an eye, see if that moves the needle at all. Your top gainers in the past 24 hours, J-Ho's, real cool. This is, Jiho's over from Ronin with his AI agent that's been like relaunched with cons, right? From Acolyte, from Signal. That token cooking. Love to see that. Up 24%. Adobe, Whack, Elytra, and Lumi also top gainers here. Your top losers, KBT is super interesting. This is that kink one. New Genesis launch. Terrible performance. I am really surprised by this one. AGI XBT, Lily, one of the top losers in the past 24 hours. Expect to see that continue too, unless they blow us away. If they blow us away with I don't know, the platform. Otherwise, I'm still gonna stick to like I'm 50-50 if this cooks or if this rugs. I don't know. We got show on the board, and then what is this? SQDJN. There's your top losers. By volume, it's Rabida, now number one. Game, Axelrod, Mamo, and there's Lily still. I mean, Lily's still doing numbers, and then there's the Kinky Bunny. New launch. Yeah, I'm really, really surprised by this one. But also, they're not doing anything. They're not active on the timeline at all. So, like we've come to expect, mindshare matters more than anything, dude, right? It just matters. It just matters. Points in. One of my worst point days. I don't quite. Oh, we got bonus points. Look at that. We got bonus points for voting in wave 1. 15 points. 15 big points. Okay, so I just did my biggest points commit ever on virtuals. All in 100. Let's just say 150,000 points. Since then, my points have basically stayed flat or gone down. Daily active bonus barely above where it was the prior day when I did basically nothing, right? 15,000. Barely above. It's like it didn't move. And if we think that there's maybe like a 2-day lag or something, well, how about today then? Not much better. 1,600 points, like a little better. Not. I don't know, man. The points thing is just, everybody's been saying this for a while. It doesn't make sense. So I'm the most active I've been, and I get hardly any more points. And then on the daily points here, yeah, MJ, it's really tricky. This is why I've been saying the meta is not Genesis launches anymore. The meta is go play secondary, right? That's the virtuals game right now. And I actually think that's a really important thing to be aware of. You can make money on this like if you played Lily. Other than that, you're not up much at all. And the gains aren't really there, and your points aren't going far. So like the game is secondary. And the sooner people realize that, the more ahead you're going to be. But I mean, my Vader points consistent, good. My yapping points actually starting to come down. Not liking that. Still with a vote. I got a little update on votes here too. But again, not a great day for points. And so if I'm starting to accumulate points slower, my game plan, maybe my old goal of getting to 1 million points is even worse of a plan. I don't know. But points are not looking great. Just for me, I hope you guys are doing better on points. And maybe now more than ever, it's just so important. Yes, dude. Yes. Yes, dude. Further on. I do think another season is coming. I do. Points are getting harder to come by. And while, again, 2 weeks ago, I thought there wasn't much to spend your points on, I think that's changed now. I think there's a lot on the board to spend points on right now. A lot. But never more important to spend your points, or not your points, but vote. Vote for the projects you want to earn points from. Zeesh, yeah. And I actually think the most under the radar stuff right now is still the media house. Like we're in our swarm agents in the autonomous hedge fund. Fuck yeah, it's awesome. But I think the media house is the thing that everybody's going to need to use for crafting tweets, for making content. The media house is the most under the radar thing on virtuals, in my opinion. Of course, the DeFi stuff is too. Like, make no mistake, these things help people make money. Changes DeFi. It changes DeFi. It changes crypto. I as extreme as that sounds, I believe that. Why would I like my points coming down? I don't tweet about virtuals at all. Actually, funny enough, cats, the past couple days, I've actually tweeted about virtuals and my points are going down. So when I don't tweet about them, I'm getting more points. I tweeted, so I retweeted a tweet about virtuals. I tweeted about Lily more than I've been doing anything, right? 2 tweets about Lily, more than I've tweeted about virtuals in like a week or two, and my points are going down. The fuck is this? Can't win. Content's king. Everyone needs it. You must have content. You must have content if you want to stand out. Everybody's going to need it. I think that media house is going to absolutely cook. Makes me need to, I really need to figure out what that Luna token is going to be for. There's something there. Anyway, it is super important to vote for the projects you want to earn bonus points on. Here's how we're looking right now. It's Iris on top, Axelrod, Whack, XB2, who had a big announcement yesterday, too. We'll cover that. You have about a day and a half to go to get your vote in. If you voted last week, your points carry forward, or your vote carries forward. Now, here's a big change, guys. Around 40,000 a day. Wow. What does one elite miner cost? That's incredible. 40 a day from that Verdant miner. That's crazy. This maybe goes to what I was thinking, that behind the scenes, they have secret multipliers, and maybe they've got it on Verdant right now. Maybe, I don't know. But it used to be Swarm got crazy bonus points. I'll give a little. I said Alpha. Man, we got some stuff we're cooking related to Swarm, related to Copilot too. We got some cool announcements. I can say that, I think. Okay, anyway, Iris, Axelrod, Whack, XPT, Manikai, Robostack. I don't know where Swarm is at. 8, actually up a little bit, I think. I think it was 19 yesterday. Votes carry forward. So again, if you've not changed your vote, you're where you were at last week. Biggie, good morning. But check this out, guys. They added a new feature here. When you go to vote, you now have a choice to vote against. I like it. I don't think this is super necessary. I don't think. I gotta let it marinate a little longer. I like what this means for communities and the community just figuring out stuff. If you feel like something's been gamed and gamed up into that top spot or however high, right? If you feel like something's been gamed, rally the community and vote against it. I don't know why you'd want to do that exactly, because if you're voting against a thing, now you're not really able to vote for the thing you want to, vote for and get the points. I don't know how necessary it is. I don't hate it, though. Like, I'm all for doing things and testing, and let's see how it plays out. I am totally fine with that. As long as, like I was saying earlier, you you still, you don't, this all affects Genesis launches and only Genesis launches. Go and play secondary. Go play. There's other ways and better ways, I think, right now to make money. Another place to burn your points. Yeah, I mean, they're building up this whole other economy. So I don't hate it. I just don't think it's super necessary. But, either way, it's just a thing. Okay, now looking at recent launches here, just to see how they're performing. This helps us measure, or set expectations for new launches. Here's Zaya, Kinky Bunny token, right? 300K market cap or FDV. Not great. It's not great, but I'm going to look at this one. I want to watch that team and see if they step up the comms and, like this one, I still feel like it's got that potential. NSFW like ecosystem. There's something there. Bet ya did not complete. Guys, I was sitting on the page for the last couple minutes and I'm like, is it going to get there? It's sitting at, over 90%. Is it going to get there? Didn't get there. It didn't get there. 95, it ended. And that also looked good. It looked good. Now, our buddy Gravity pointed out that they don't look like their founder has got some tweets out there making it sound like he's very new to virtuals. Like maybe doesn't really know virtuals very well. It's not a good look. You want teams that believe in virtuals, launch on virtuals because they believe it. Doesn't feel like we had that here, but this still sounded like an interesting product. Also, hang on, guys. Hang on. I need to think real quick if I'm mixing up a couple. Wasn't Betya the one that had the NFL player on it too? Am I thinking of the right one, guys? I'm pretty sure it was Betya. I could be mixing up another like betting, sports thing. I could be. Yeah, okay, it's him. Hey, I just noticed his name was pulled off the team, right? He seems to be on the team, but but like the team page had his Twitter account here, and that looks like it was removed, I think. And maybe he just didn't want his X account out there, but that's kind of interesting to me. Anyway, it did not complete. I actually expect it's going to relaunch here. I think it'll come back. They just didn't market it well. They need to partner with KOLs. Bet you guys come on the show. I think you look awesome. I'll show the fuck out of you guys. I think you look great. And I think you deserve a do-over. Market sucks right now. I think this is one that normally would complete. I'm surprised it didn't. I would bet money we'll see it back on the board. I would actually bet. Actually, I would bet on their platform if you could. I would bet. 655 people got in. Not stopping. Good. Keep at it. I think they have something here. I like the prediction markets. I like the betting market. I think it all makes a lot of sense. Let's check Lily. Let's check, some other new ones. Here's Spread, 550K market cap or FTV, 560. Again, not bad. This is what the market's giving us now. These are where our expectations should be. Here's Lily, 1.14 mil. Not great, but way better than the rest. And does it hold? I'm not sure how I feel. Everybody's looking to dump this token in about 10 days. Everybody, me included. And so 10 days from now, I don't know. Does this survive? They have to launch a platform. They have to make their vision much more clear. They got to start pushing that AI NSFW cluster narrative. They have to, and what their role is going to be in it. We've heard from them what it's going to be, but I think we need to see more. But I bet there's a lot of people like me who are sitting with their whole balance of tokens and they're not staking it because we want out in, 10-ish days. In fact, I would love to see, we could actually, can we see it on Whale Intel? What percent of the token is staked? I bet it's really low on Lily. Yep. Further on, yep. Sentiment is definitely changing. People want something fresh. That's why Lily did well. And there's some fresh stuff coming. I'm excited to say that. There is some fresh stuff coming. I don't know. I got this weird, this is not totally crypto related, but I got this hopeful thing in me that fresh metas or narratives are coming and that crypto is about to do its all-time high thing. And then this sounds silly, but the Superman movie, how the fuck am I tying Superman into this? Okay. Superman comes out this week and is getting really good reviews and it feels very light and positive and funny. And I'm just hoping we have, like, for the rest of the summer, just great vibes. It all just ties together. Like a big summer blockbuster that everybody's seen and is having a great time with. crypto cooking, people making money, and again, fresh narratives. It's just I try to be like a I don't know, like a fucking antenna, and I try to like feel these things, and I feel like something's coming like that. Like just a good vibe shift, really good one. I feel like it's coming. Go Hacker, 440K. It's okay. Got an airdrop there. So again, I think they got the hacker or sniper protection. I don't like that, guys. I don't like it. I don't like that not being announced, but they got it. So if you got some staked virtual, you probably got a little stimmy, a little one. But man, so checking the board for what's coming. Oh, by the way, on the board right now we have Predibot, and Dynavest. I don't think either of these complete. If they do, great. I'm not sure that'll happen. But yeah, so yesterday doing some research, going through the new, upcoming launches. I'm like, okay, let me go, and the ones I've marked that I want to pay attention to, let me go do a little deeper digging. So I just go and I start scrolling through, and I'm like, wait, hang, what's WhackRock? And I'll say this. WhackRock's interesting to me all of a sudden. I do not think WhackRock's going to be a hot token. Let me be really clear up front. I'm not sure this completes, but they're doing something I want to see a hell of a lot more of, which is kind of what Lily's doing too. Get your product out there, get your token out there, and don't lock this shit up for long, especially in this market right here, right now. In fact, let's get some launches on the board here that have no token lock. Let's rerun the Virgin token drop. Let's get some shit out there that gets us liquid in trading. Let's let people get in these pre-sales and right out of the gate sell their tokens and make some money and reload up on some virtual. Get us a little more liquid here. And if a good project does that, well, then you're doing even better if you got in the pre-sale and you're holding and it's actually good and does well. I would love to see some more projects with low like these low lock times. 5 days is awesome. I don't think WhackRock is going to be anything special, by the way. Investment fund that, I think it's like 40% of fees go to token holders. Like, I don't know, guys. Is it going to do well? I like no idea. No, I don't think so. Okay, cool. I hope it does. It's another prediction market thing, I think. In that vein. Anyway, I'm watching this just because the short token lock period. Because 5 days, guys, the fact that it's 5 days means you can trade it day one and not get penalized. So do people play it like a meme coin, even though there's nothing memeable about it, really? I'm watching. That might do well. It might. So we got to pay attention to that stuff. Again, changing, narratives, metas, something fresh, something that with a low token lock period is pretty fresh. So we'll watch that. Coin races. This is about 7 days off. This is on the board. Virtuals Protocol AI agents racing and community-driven crypto prediction competitions. Prediction market, but tie it with racing. I don't know. I don't know what this is going to look like other than like the images they're giving. I like the Vader. I like the images here, actually. Guys, if they pull off like a roach racing type of thing, if they have like a PvP kind of prediction racing game, whatever this might look like, maybe they have something that actually shows footage or whatever, but I like it. Here, let's see. Hang on. I don't know if they have any like in-game footage. I don't know if there's actually any visual. Oh, there is. You know what? I'm sorry. I think I like this. Super degen. I would watch something like this. I think this is going to be like roach racing. Anybody else getting the same vibe from this? Here, let me go through. Let me go through all this thread real quick. Connect your wallet. Choose your game mode. Okay, demo, tournament mode. So compete for real airdrops. Live mode launches in August. Real-time races and predictions. I think this one's kind of interesting, guys. Single horse, predict on the outcome of one specific horse, or 4-horse stable, predict on the performance of a group of 4 horses. I think this is very much like roach racing. And people really like that. That game's a lot of fun. It is. It's like a leverage trading simulation game. And you're actually racing. It's cool. So this one caught my eye. Fresh, fun. How long was their token lockup? Let me double check this, guys. But I like it. Now I have that one circled on my calendar. I don't know that I'm going to play it, but again, fresh. I like it. Should be right here. Okay, they have a decently long lockup, 100 days. I wish it were open right off the bat, but I'm watching that. So Coin Races now enters the realm of like keep your eye on it. Might not be a bad play. Would love to see some mutuals following it. But yeah, further on, yes, sir, dude. And I need to see more from VPay as well. Again, like boy, I guess a few things. Mostly because they've delayed a few times. Maybe that's a good sign too. Actually, it probably is a good sign that they didn't just rush it out, that they have pushed it back a few times. But VPay sounds like, not looks like, but sounds like the most quality and fresh thing we've seen in a minute. Picture it like an online bank that's got AI tied through it, and we're talking like USD, not crypto, yes, but a USD account with a card. Again, if they've got the infrastructure built out and they can tie this through ACP somehow, some way, cool, different, fresh. But buy is on the board now too. Again, this popped up yesterday. Is it game changing? Is this what? No, I don't think so. But it's different. It's different. We haven't seen anything like this on virtuals yet. BuyFi, an AI-powered Web3 shopping extension and agent, allows you to purchase from any online store with cryptocurrency. Awesome. Might be a little late for this because, I mean, man, when the Genius Act passes here next week, maybe we might just be able to shop anywhere with crypto anyways. But is it different enough? And is it, is the timing good enough that this works now? It might. I'm watching. 20,000 followers. Again, no mutuals, right? That's always the problem. But I'm watching it. I'm definitely watching buy now. Again, there's a lot of agents now on the board that could take some points. This is good. This is good if we're like talking about points in circulation. This should draw some points. We'll see. Anyway, buy is on the board. We'll see. And maybe the top one of all is this, what is this? Alleyway. This one's kind of interesting. Not because I think this thing's game-changing either, but it's got some names attached who probably can move the needle a bit. This is going to complete. I can say that. This is going to complete, and this will get some points. This is 2 weeks off here. Alleyway, flagship agent of what do we say? 2WAI, and the first human realistic AI avatar with a face and voice. She speaks, replies, guides users in real time, showing what it means to interact with an AI on video. I'm thinking like a Luna. I'm thinking like a customer service agent. I'm thinking like a content creator. Powered by the AWAI token for API access, creator tools, analytics, and governance. Leading the shift from text-based agents to voice and video. Available today. Look, normally this wouldn't catch my attention, but I do, what you do. Go through the accounts. And I'm starting to see something that is kind of interesting here. Agent account, small, right? But I start looking at the other accounts connected, and here's one. Content creator on Twitch, 36,000 followers, plenty of mutuals, right? And some good ones too, like a lot of content creators here. So right off the bat, that stands out. Like right off the bat. I like that too. I like that a lot further on. You need tokens for API access. Now, like, what is that going to get us? That's what I'm curious about. But this is a little different. And as soon as I start seeing people who stream on Twitch, who are in like esports, it's fresh enough. It's different. And again, if they're influential, that matters. Mindshare matters more than anything. Mindshare matters. Here's the website. Now I see this dude's face. And like as I'm clicking through other people involved in the project, there's a very, like, I don't say very familiar face, but there's a familiar face. There's a face I've seen before that's attached to this. And it's this dude right here. This is some like little like young Hollywood actor dude. I've seen his face before, right? And it's funny because I the first thing that came to mind was like Disney, like some Disney actor. And it's exactly who he is. He was like on some like Disney, kids show from, I don't know, 2010, 2015, something like that. But his face is super familiar, right? Like, I feel like most of us have maybe it's 50-50, but yeah, I bet some of you have seen him before, right? Anybody seen this guy before? I don't know. Um, but this guy has got 770,000 followers. I, as silly as it sounds, and if that's the thing it has going for it, it's more than a lot of other projects have going for it. Does he have does he got motion? I say that a lot lately because it matters. Does he have motion? Can he move the needle here? Is he influential? I've seen the face before. It's kind of it. And some people will bet on something just because of that. They'll say Hollywood actor, AI agent. I'm in. Let's ride and let's see where this one goes. That's what we're looking at here. We're looking at that. So anyway, he's in a movie called what is it called? Hang on, let's look him up. And I was right though. He was on a Disney show, Alley something, Austin and Alley. The face is just super familiar. I don't know if I've ever watched it, but I've probably clicking through, and I've got young kids. I don't think they watch this, but I've clicking through. I've seen this. So anyway, these guys coming over and dabbling in AI. Dude, it's like the athletes dabbling in AI with these sports agents. Similar thing. We're gonna get actors and influencers coming over with AI agents too. Of course they are. I might be betting on that one. And then finally, Propverse I think is interesting because I do think there's a role for AI in property management, in real estate. We saw about 3-4 weeks ago. Gosh, what was that one called? The real estate one. We had him on the show. There's something here. Is it Propverse? Is that the one? Don't know, but I'm watching that kind of thing. By the way, there's 2 Propverses on the board. I don't know if they duped, their creation or if somebody's copying them. Well, I don't know. There's 2 Propverses though. Yeah, they might have renamed their token. They have one called Meta and one called PPV. I don't know what's up with this one. I don't know. I think somebody fucked up and entered the wrong token name, but I definitely want to keep an eye on that without getting in depth of what they're doing because I'm not exactly sure. But I'm watching property management, or real estate related AI agents. Lockup was only was it a week or so? Let me back up one screen here. Yes, 6 days. So if this is the one that launches, I bet it's the other one. But if that one launches, it's tradable right away. We'll take it. Let me see. Let me see if we got any other details. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing here. Oh, okay. This one. Okay, this one has their light paper. Real world properties fractionalized into tradable NFTs, representing ownership or yield. Where's the token come into play? Let an AI agent find, manage, and optimize properties. Yield from real assets. PPV holders receive yield from leasing, flipping, asset appreciation. There's something here, right? Doesn't mean this is the one, but there's definitely something here. AI Agent Scout finds high-performing properties in global markets using price trends. Yep. If you ask too, well, why does it need an AI agent? I still think AI agents are the front end for anything. If you have a project or a website that's going to do, what they're advertising anyways, you put an AI agent on the front end of it and you tie utility to the token throughout. So connects to the virtuals ACP. Like everything will. So I don't read too much into that. And in fact, that's going to kind of tie into some stories later on. There's a lot of things we can say that, they're truthful. They are real, but it's also it's marketing. So right here using ACP in their promotion, it's probably marketing. Maybe there's a real estate ACP cluster coming. In fact, I think there is, but are they in it? I'm not sure. Fuck, it's gonna bug me if I can't remember who the who the one was a few weeks back, and I like those guys too. It was awesome getting them on the show. Not these guys. Dude, I got such boomer brain lately. It's wild. Was it Primo? It was Primo. Primo AI. In fact, let's see how they're doing. Yes. Further on. Yeah, we got to find the next Lucien. Yes. content, video content. Look, I mean, Primo holding it at $500,000 is kind of awesome. Actually, market cap's 264K, FDV 500. But Primo, I think, is legit, right? That was a legit team that came on this show. So actually holding up well. And I still think, again, with the meta change over in virtuals, like the stuff to focus on is not Genesis launches. It's the stuff that maybe is launched that you think in this market's holding this kind of value. What does it look like when the market's cooking? Who's got a product? Who's got something that maybe lasts years? Could that be Primo, right? I'm looking for deals like that. And we are going to find some. Baby's tricky. Baby's a great example here for what I'm going to talk about. It does tie to WAC XBT. And I'll say this right off the bat, because I'm not going to FUD WAC XBT. There's nothing to FUD. I love them. Personally, I think the guys are great. I think they're great builders, and I think they got a great tool. But you'll see. I'm going to tie this to something with Baby. Because Baby, I think, should be plugged into every cluster. As I think WAC XBT, new name, by the way, but WAC can also be plugged into every cluster, but I'll emphasize could be. I hope they are. Again, what I'm going to say about them is just to make sure people are being like cautious. I want to make sure people are cautious and smart with all this stuff. And I like those guys a lot. All right, we'll get to that story in a second. There's your review, though, of what's coming on Genesis. Again, some good stuff coming up, some stuff to spend your points on. And I still think secondary is where you find the best plays right now. Forget the Genesis launches if you need to. Points aren't mattering a ton right now. They will again. So you stay active to keep building up the points. Look, I as much as I say the old game plan of, grind to 1 million points, as much as I say I don't know how much it'll matter, it still matters. You still do it unless, until you realize there's no point. I think it still matters. Virtual's coming with some updates to ACP. In fact, for some of these live, we've been chatting with them about this specifically. This is one of the fixes that actually they have rolled out. Expired and rejected jobs now reflected on the on-chain visualizer. There was an issue here, and it might have been affecting Swarm even too, where it shows expired jobs or rejected jobs as, I'm trying to remember the term, like incomplete or failed or something like that, when that's not what they are. It could have been a bad request that gets rejected by an agent, and it almost looked like it was a negative on the agent rejecting it, even if the reason it was rejected is because it received an incorrect thing, right? So they fixed that, which is really good. I think I heard there was like, Swarm wasn't the only agent. It would have impacted everybody, but I do think Swarm had some like, incorrectly like flagged like failures or whatever it was when they weren't. They were very legitimate. We might have covered this yesterday, did we? Successful count metrics for agent spotlight graduation process, a Python update, added Q lock example to prevent alchemy API. I don't know what this means, man. I don't know what any of that means. So whatever. We got some ACP updates. Good. Very good. What else we got? Oh, same stuff. This is the same stuff. This is the one that stood out to me again because it impacted our agent. So I was, paid more attention to that. But there we go. Yesterday was payday if you're a Vader staker, right? Every Monday they do airdrops. 3% of Swarm goes to Vader stakers. I think 1% of Arbus. I don't remember the exact percentages here. Anywhere from 1 to 3% of these tokens every Monday. They kick this out to you. So if you're staking, you got your coins. You know what I'm starting to do now? I used to go and every time I got an airdrop, I claim it and I stake it. I'm not staking anymore. I'm going to claim it. That way, when it comes time to sell, we're all planning to sell. Well, I don't have to go on stake and deal with a 2-day or 2-week cooldown. I can just sell. And it's not, these are worth pennies, right? But like I was saying before, the plays on secondary, I think at some point coming up, these aren't going to be worth pennies. The things that are like my bag that I get of 400 tokens here and 500 there, and it's worth 50 cents or 20 cents right now. Well, I think those are going to be worth $2, $5, $10 at some point going forward. And those will add up. If we're getting them every Monday for multiple agents, I mean, I think we're talking about 20, 50, 100 to $300. So the stuff I get airdrop now, I'm not staking. I'm just going to keep it in my wallet. And pretty happy with that. Anyway, GG's to Vader. This boy's cooking. Ooh, I wish I could. This boy's cooking. J-Hose. His agent has been relaunched. I know he had trouble on dude, fucking, that's right, JJ. I'll just say we have announcements, and even the announcements are like, just like a sliver, like a fraction of the view of what's coming. But some announcements coming, I think, as soon as maybe today, and more to come. So, J-Host, again, we touched on him on the cookie market review, but Agent on Ronin had some troubles. Relaunched now with the help of Signal. Cons, I fucking love this guy. If we think the media stuff is where this stuff is heading, this is who you want to pay attention to, is someone like Signal and Cons and Acolyte. And here they are with G-Host. I need to actually, I want to, let me pull him up because I would really love to get G-Host on. Again, if you know him, if you've been in NFTs and you've been around the block, you know G-Host. It's time to get him on the show. I think that'd be killer. Love this guy. Cutie, good morning. So we'll work on that. And then Whack XBT, a rebrand, a rename. Can you get him on the show? I would like to. I am working on that. It's tricky. I would like to get him on. It's up to Vader if he wants to come on. I even do the you don't have to be on camera thing. He doesn't have to be. But I do want him on. I want to shoot the shit with Vader. We used to. Right? We had our few spaces with Vader. They were a blast. They were good. Benny, good morning. I would really like Vader. I would like Vader on regularly, especially when he gets into reviewing stuff. I would love Vader on often. Okay. I think our last story here, but Whack XBT rebranding to Whack AI. I like it. I like it a lot. Great post, great article about just their vision and what they're planning to do. And I'm with them and I'm supporting and rooting for these guys. Ideally, Zeesh, I would like Cons on regularly. And I do think, I think I'd mentioned this when we had him on, maybe like the day or two after, but I chatted with him afterwards. And I had this really interesting vision of how he and I could work together. And he was down. And I think we got something. I think there's something that I think we got like a very natural fit for, the show and what Cons does. Or I can support him. He can help me with a little something, which would be awesome. Okay. Anyway, this is a great article from Whack AI, not XBT anymore. And boy, it's long. I'm not going to go through it all. Again, I struggle even being critical of anybody because it's not, I just want to like kind of help prop people up. But I just want to make sure people are really clear. My biggest concern with Whack XBT is that what they're doing, I think, is going to become very competitive. And I said this when I was on with them, right? When I had them on the show and we were jamming, we were chatting. I'm like, okay, you are necessary. Like I was saying, baby should be in every cluster. I think the security stuff matters a fuck ton and validating what these transactions are really going to do and who's doing them and how well they're doing it. You need it everywhere. Everywhere. If it's that important, boy, you're going to have somebody come along and it's going to compete with you. You just are. So while they say we are going to be in every cluster, I love that. That's how you market, right? They want to be in every cluster and they're probably good enough to be in every cluster. There will also be other agents out there that have infrastructure, have whatever, that want to do the same thing. I think the verification sector, maybe this is where this stems from. Verification is something I think most of these projects are not heading to, but are going to be doing. So I think what they do is going to get super competitive. Are they good enough to be ahead of the rest of them? I hope so. That's the thing. I'm rooting for them to be exactly that. But final point, what they say they can do in every cluster, it's that important. It's that necessary. Would love to see them there. There we go. Are we talking Whack AI here? Zeesh, I think so. Oh, wait. Or are we talking Dorsey? Dude, the Dorsey app is fucking incredible. It is. Oh, and it's interesting. You got a buddy who built that. Dude, we've talked at points. This is kind of off topic. Jack Dorsey released an app. It's kind of in beta, right? But an app it's a messaging app. Lets you talk to people not on the internet, right? No internet, no cellular network. It works via Bluetooth. It works via, you need a bunch of people acting as nodes to run this thing. But if I have this app installed and Zeesh has it and Cutie has it and Benny and Katz, as long as we're within like 300 feet of each other, that's what it needs to communicate with anybody on the network. Love it. Now, this brings me all the way to, we've talked about, okay, the one way Bitcoin can fail is if internet cell service goes down, game over, right? It's not. It's not. Because you can transfer Bitcoin over ham radio. You actually can. And now you realize you can transfer Bitcoin over Bluetooth in a network like this, and people are transferring Bitcoin on this messaging app. Super cool. Here, I'm going to pull it up because it's really cool. So I love this. I think this is the way things are going. In fact, Twitter could do a very similar thing, right? Oh, Zeke's talking about Acolyte, dude. Okay, cool. Yes, dude, I'm with you. You know, that applies to a few of these guys too, like Whack. A lot of these are pretty awesome opportunities. So it's called BitChat, and people are transferring Bitcoin on this thing. I think it's super cool, and we might need it because, guys, I went down the rabbit hole again. Something I'm putting on the tinfoil yarmulke. Heck, oh, where is my tinfoil yarmulke, bro? Dude. I had a tinfoil yarmulke. And it's gone. This, oh man, this really bugs me, man. I made a tinfoil yarmulke. Anyway, picture I got the tinfoil yarmulke on. I've gone down the rabbit hole. The world, I can't fucking believe this thing's gone. I don't know. Like, my desk isn't even that messy where I should have trouble finding it. One of my kids probably took it, was goofing around, like wearing it. Anyway, the world's going to end in 2 years. I'm joking. I'm like 90% joking. I'm 90% joking. But like, I keep going down this rabbit hole. Something's coming. Like, the conspiracy theory is 2027. They're going to say a spaceship's coming, or there's like a lot of people talking about this over the past year or two. And this is not like guy with tinfoil hat or yarmulke on saying it. This is people that are deep in the UFO, UAP, but also like people on the news, like a Ross Coldhart kind of dude, and Jeremy Corbell and all these guys. They're all saying something's coming, and they won't say what it is, but they're saying we're on borrowed time. And then we get into the fucking poles flipping, and who knows? Poles flipping, asteroid hit. I don't know, but something's coming. Maybe. And the whole point is, when that happens, we probably need something like BitChat. How the fuck do we tie it to that? But we probably need something like BitChat. If we got no internets, how are we going to spend our sweet Bitcoins? It's with something like that. You know. we probably need it. Anyways, Acolyte could be a good. This is what I want to do with Acolyte, by the way. Like, I need something that can help me market, promote, tweet. That's what I need. I just don't have I don't have that thing. I don't know. Everybody's got it. It's just it's a discipline thing. I don't know. Dude, has somebody ever made, getting ridiculous, tinfoil yarmulke? I just wonder if somebody's made one before. I would assume so. Or Kippa, right? Kippa. I can do this stuff. I'm Jewish, guys. I can do this. Anyway, I made one, and it's gone. It's fucking gone. So we'll just make a new one. I just can't believe one of my kids took it. It's awesome. Makes me really happy. Proud dad right here. Yo, dude, I saw this yesterday. Charles Hodkinson was on with Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan gets deep into the, kind of conspiracy theory stuff and government stuff. Like, Sean's okay. I don't know. I'm like a little suspicious of the dude, but he had Charles Hodkinson on, founder of Cardano, talking crypto. And Charles invested in that company that brought back the direwolf, and they're bringing back the woolly mammoth. And he's like, they're creating these bioluminescent plants at the bottom of the ocean. They're breeding these plants that you'll have like in your house that glow. How cool. How freaking cool. There we go, Benny. So we'll do tinfoil kippa. I always thought it was kipper. I didn't know it was kippa. Again, things I should know, but it don't. So, Anyway, we got a couple years left. Get bit, whatever it was called. And hopefully we make it on the other side. What a weird way to end the show, but so be it. Yo, smash the like on the way out. Again, subscribe to CryptoSlam over on YouTube. Follow the Swarm. Hang on, let me pull this up. Let's do it the right way. Here we go. Follow the Swarm _AI on X. You can follow me at Hudah_idiot. And CryptoSlam IO. I think our announcement, I don't know. You got to follow them all because I don't remember which channel announcement goes on, and there's multiple announcements coming. If you want to get an idea of where this all goes, we're contributing as CryptoSlam to Slam AI. And so check out the white paper over here, slamai.xyz, and you start getting an idea of just the scope of what we're cooking up and have been for, it's so crazy, for years, and it's starting to come to a head here, which is awesome. So follow all that stuff. Cool stuff coming. All right, newsletter's out today. Gonna get cracking on that. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a good one, guys. Bye.